In a workplace where you have the same qualifications as your coworkers, where you have the same level of experience as your coworkers, it's easy to become invisible. It's easy to look exactly like them and blend in rather than stand out. I probably don't have to tell you, but blending in doesn't help you get noticed in job interviews, promotions, or everyday workplace interactions. It's great if you want to play it safe, but when it comes to advancing in your career, it's standing out and differentiating yourself from the competition that will help you the most. So how can you do that? That's what we'll talk about in this video. I'm Ronin, leadership coach to emerging leaders, and on this channel you'll find videos that will help you improve your leadership skills, your communication skills, and advance into leadership. Subscribe if you want more content like this every week. I first want to start by talking about finding your unique value quotient. This is really important, especially if you want to differentiate yourself from others. So what is your unique value quotient, or your UVQ? It's basically an ability or a skill that you excel in more than anyone else. It's something you do better than anyone else. If you studied marketing or sales, you're probably familiar with the term competitive advantage. Well, this is exactly what your UVQ is. Companies are always aware of what their competitive advantage is. They need to know this so they can work at getting clients over their competitors. But rarely do we see professionals think about their competitive advantage or their UVQ, which is a real shame because every one of you watching this video has a competitive advantage. Every one of you watching has a unique value quotient. You just have to find out what it is. You just have to spend some dedicated time trying to uncover it. So right now, I'm going to guide you through some reflective questions to help you uncover your unique value quotient, or your UVQ. So think about these questions. What do you find easy? What do people compliment or congratulate you on? What do you excel in but others struggle with? What do people come to you for advice for? What do you do better than anyone else? Your UVQ can be related to technical skills like creating macros in Excel, or it can be related to soft skills like being able to strike up a conversation with a total stranger. So when you're answering these questions for yourself, don't limit yourself to thinking just about technical or job-related skills. Widen your thinking and also consider soft skills or interpersonal skills that you could have. When you've identified your UVQ, this is what you need to sell and emphasize in the workplace in order to stand out. This is what you need to become known for to not be invisible. And the following tips will help you with that part. Get involved in tasks that use your UVQ. This is where you actively put your hand up and commit to completing tasks that show off your UVQ, because you can complete those tasks better or faster than anyone else. For example, let's say that your UVQ is that you are good at writing. You really enjoy it and you always receive compliments on how high quality your writing is for reports and for summaries that you have to write. You could find a way to write articles for your company's website or email newsletter to show off this UVQ outside of your team and get noticed for it. Let's say your UVQ is that you are good at public speaking. You could organize lunch and learn presentations for your team or other teams inside your company to showcase this skill. In both of these examples, you're getting involved in tasks that use your UVQ, so you can showcase your UVQ to others and become known for it. Talk about your UVQ in performance reviews and interviews. This is where you actively highlight your UVQ to senior managers and recruiters. In both of these situations, in performance reviews and in job interviews, this is your time to shine. This is your time to differentiate yourself, to sell yourself, and it's a perfect time to talk about your UVQ. Don't expect your manager or your potential manager to automatically know you are skilled in a specific area. They may have noticed, but they may not have noticed. Regardless, hearing from you what your UVQ is will give them a different perspective, and it will show them how much you believe in yourself, which matters a lot in the corporate world. Try to think of an example where you used your UVQ and it led to some kind of a benefit for the team or for the company. Then craft a story that explains this clearly and confidently. For example, you wrote an article for your law firm's website which outlined the importance of having a will and the consequences if you don't. This task which used your UVQ, resulted in the law firm receiving 10 new inbound inquiries every month. You can craft a story around this that explains your UVQ and the benefits of your UVQ for the law firm. Here's another example. The lunch and learn presentation that you organize because you're good at public speaking helped to improve the skill set of your team, which resulted in less people going to your boss for help. You could craft a story around this situation that highlights your UVQ and also the benefit for your team and your boss as well. When you use an example plus the result or the benefit, and you talk about this in performance reviews or in job interviews, it's a really impactful way of selling yourself, of differentiating yourself from the competition. Next is where you use your UVQ to help your coworkers. Helping your coworkers is a great way to showcase your ability to become visible and to differentiate yourself from the competition. Whenever your coworkers have a question or when they're struggling with something where your UVQ can help, reach out to them and offer your help. For example, if your coworker is struggling to write a report, offer to look over what they've written and give them pointers on how they can improve. Or volunteer to watch your coworker practice their presentation and give them feedback on it. Helping others in the office isn't about grooming your competition. It's about using your unique skill to separate yourself from the rest and become more visible. But if you find that the person you're helping isn't grateful or is trying to sabotage your work, then immediately stop extending this kind of support to them. You are not a doormat who can be walked all over. The next point in differentiating yourself is about giving your boss more than what is expected. This could put to use your UVQ or not. Either way, it's a great tip that has helped many professionals, including Jack Welch, the ex-CEO of General Electric, advance in their career. Jack Welch, in his book Jack, talked about how early on in his career he learned the importance of getting out of the pile, which is essentially differentiating yourself. To achieve this, he would always give his boss more than what was expected. If his boss asked a question, he would think bigger than the question. He would not only give the answer, but also a fresh new perspective. According to Jack's experience, bosses often already know the answer when they ask you the question. They just want confirmation from you. So if you only provide the answer, you're doing the job, but you're not giving them anything memorable to stand out. Whereas if you answer the question and on top of that you give new information or a fresh new perspective, you appear to be someone who is intelligent, dedicated, and valuable. This will definitely help you stand out in the workplace. For 10 more tips on how to build visibility in the workplace, you should watch this video right here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.